This is the Welcome Distraction Podcast with the Kemp Brothers. Their immature stories, thoughts, and opinions are their own and should be taken with the same level of seriousness as a drunk uncle's late-night conspiracy theory. They are not responsible for any brain cells lost, friendships ruined, or questionable life choices made under their influence. Now buckle up, buttercups.
Here we go, the Welcome Distraction with the Kemp Brothers. I'll be your main host today, Brett Kemp, joined with Nicholas and Christopher Kemp.
Yo.
Today is going to be a little bit random, if you will. We're just going to go over random topics with our randomized generator here. And first one, we're going to talk about, let's see what pops up in the generator. What is the first thing you notice about a guy or a girl? Christopher.
Their hair.
Dick size. On her? Oh, hey, you know.
She's got a bulge.
If you notice that,
you got a problem.
hey, you know, whatever.
I would say hair right away. No,
Yeah.
not too short. No, long. Okay. You know. What about you, Nicholas?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Teeth, for me, first thing I
Ooh.
notice is teeth.
Good
Now, it's
call.
not always that I want to notice it, but I'll be damn sure to notice it if they got some snaggletooths up in there.
Oh, God.
I guess
Hey,
height for me.
ew.
Are they tall? Are they short?
See, what else we got on here? Will technology save the human race or destroy it?
We will
Destroy it.
use it to destroy it. Us.
Like Skynet and Terminator, huh?
Yep. It keeps getting smarter and smarter every day.
They
Right.
keep getting dumber and dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technology is updating technology.
We get credit, right? Because we designed the AI?
Yeah.
We're
That's it.
slowly
Now it's
turning
like,
into
we're done. We made the AI. Now everybody gets dumber because
yep,
it goes
dumber and lazier. We're slowly turning into like all those people on the spaceship in Wall-E.
So let's hover over to the driving range and hit a few virtual balls into space.
Nah, we did that yesterday. I don't want to do that.
Wally.
Yeah. Or that
Hey, I love
movie.
that movie. I don't care what anybody says.
That movie, Idiocracy. Yeah. We're following into
Go
that.
away, biting.
I mean, but how many times now your first reaction is to, oh, let me see what AI does, whether it be ChatGPT or Grok or whatever else is out there. And every little platform has got their own little sparkle thing of the AI out there. So, yeah, it's gonna make us all dumber and smarter at the same time. Us dumber, them smarter.
Got to use it or you're going to get left behind to at least a certain extent, right?
Is it true if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yep. All right, here's one semi-serious. What motivates you? Just in general.
Money.
What motivates you?
Money.
Money above everything. No.
It's happiness, but I get happiness from money.
Yeah, like Daniel Tosh says, money can't buy happiness, but it buys a jet ski. Have you ever seen anybody not happy on a jet ski?
Yeah, they crash into the dock smiling.
Yeah.
Mine's cars,
Yeah, it's true.
but you can't buy cars without money.
Yeah.
It's true.
Easy there, Jay Leno. One of them cars. Yeah, whatever makes you happy, right? For me, motivates me, snowboarding, being out here. Yeah.
I guess a serious answer would be it's that next thing, whether it be a trip. It's looking forward to that next milestone, the next
That's a good
adventure.
one.
Yeah.
Next adventure. I like that. That
Getting
is
back
a
to
good
the
one.
Masters.
Write
That
that down.
motivates me. Anybody's got any tickets? Send them our way.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
go to the
sure.
Masters and see Tiger Woods.
He might be there this time. You never
Maybe.
know. Let's see what else comes up on this generator. Do you text more or call more?
Ooh.
I think this is kind of a boomer versus non-boomer question.
Yeah. We could really show your age there, but I kind of have a principle there, you know. It depends on the message. You know, if it's something you really want to convey that needs to hear your voice and the sincerity or how serious it is, I'm definitely calling. Now, if it's something that can be text, I usually text now.
Yeah, with people, it's just kind of easier to put it out there and get an answer, send something. You know that it's been delivered in most cases, but the younger ones, definitely, they think it's weird if you do call somebody. It's a last
you
resort.
calling?
Yeah.
Here, go.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Why are you
What's going on?
calling? It's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Who died?
Crazy.
So,
Why would you
yeah,
do this to me?
And if someone did die, you could have just texted me.
Yeah. How is this thing's a phone? We can talk. What's a phone? A phone's a thing you look at your social media on. It's a computer.
Right. Call people.
Yeah. Here's a deep one. Does everything happen for a reason?
No.
I don't believe that
things
shit. I don't believe everything happens for a reason.
should happen.
Yeah, I don't believe in the whole. It's part of the plan. I think you make
Destiny.
your own plan. Yeah. No, I think sometimes it's a comfortable way of dealing with things. Manifest
believe in that.
destiny.
You make
Manifest
your own luck.
destiny. Yeah.
You make your own luck. Yeah.
Get
I'm just
yourself-
lucky. People that work hard get luckier.
Yeah. What a coincidence that is.
It's funny how that works.
Right. How do we feel about libraries? Libraries are kind of gone the way of technology. They're kind of cool in theory, but I think even
They
the
all
people
feel
that
like a
fight for
museum
them
now.
don't actually go to them.
Man, they're obsolete.
If I'm answering this question seriously, I think there should still be a space, like a library has, for gatherings, not necessarily for social, but for being able to get together and study and have
So more of a
tutoring
study
sessions,
hall
stuff
than
like
a
that. But I
library.
don't really think you need physical books anymore.
I think
It's all
libraries would
digital.
be good for, like in the movie The Day After Tomorrow. They're going to be great when the apocalypse and the world shuts down for firewood,
Yeah.
Just burn everything.
Or like National Treasure, what is it? Library of Congress when you're looking for the
All the
whatever
treasure,
the artifact he
hidden
was looking
shit.
for.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's history. That's about it. Nostalgia now.
The way people think about them and they kind of romanticize it, but they don't actually use them. Even the ones that say, yeah, we should keep them shit. Yeah, when was the last time you went to a library? Nerd.
Yeah. How many people know what a Dewey Decimal Point system is?
No.
Did I say that?
It's going to be really important. You got to learn this. Remember that in school? Nope.
You gotta put your card right there.
It's been replaced by Google.
Didn't you used to have to put like a stick in there when you pulled the book out and crap like that to remember where exactly it went?
That way you get it right back in the right spot.
Okay. I got another one for you. How often do you binge watch shows?
Depends on the show. I mean, if it's a good show and you're talking like 7, 8 episodes, which is crazy. I get it. The meme. They're like,
That's
hey,
another
who
one.
wants to sit
What
down and watch a-"
qualifies as a binge watch?
Yeah, I would say 7 to 8 shows.
I'd
But
say
it's funny.
you got to be at least like past 3 or 4 to start considering it binge watching, right?
Yeah. Well, because the meme out there, like, who wants to watch a 8-hour movie, 10-hour movie? Oh my gosh, you're crazy. Split it up in 9, 10 episodes. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah.
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 Dude, I think the first time I was binge watching was Breaking Bad. When I was watching that, it was kind of because it became available on Netflix, and that had been a few years before I got into it. So that was like my first instance of actually binge watching stuff. And I was like, this is what it's all about.
How
Now
many
it's kinda
episodes would
different.
you say you watched in a row?
I think at my peak, we probably watched maybe 6 or 7
All day
in a row.
and were they
at
like an
night.
hour long?
Yeah, it was at night. Like, okay, it's 2 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but then something ends in a cliffhanger, and you're like, we got one more, and we got to know what happens. Or maybe we'll just start the next episode and just to see how it picks up where it was leaving off.
Just feel it out, and then you get through the whole thing.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, the sun's coming up.
I remember during
so-
COVID, it was just the thing to do.
I feel like now, though, shows are getting back to the weekly episodes that they were. Everybody was trying to start to be like Netflix when Netflix came out, and you were like
Season.
Arrested Development, and they're like, the whole season just came out? Yeah, last night it came out. Like, all of them? Yeah, 8, 10 episodes just dropped. Okay. And then people started, the other streaming networks tried to copy that, and then they started scaling them back, and people were all pissed off when a new show came out that they were looking for. Like, no, it didn't all come out because they got to keep you wanting more.
Volume 2, what?
Right.
Yeah, so they're definitely leaving you wanting more. I get it. I will say sometimes they missed a boat on like next seasons and stuff like that. Like they're talking like year, almost 2 years. Like what?
Yeah, Stranger Things drug it out way too long.
Holy shit. We've got AI. Why can't we get it faster? Oh, Hollywood doesn't want to hear you say that.
Oh, take them out.
But I feel like at least with the technology and the resources we have, you can use the special effects and get through stuff faster. But man, sometimes they just drag it out so long. All right, what topics you guys got?
Here's one. What will be the future of education? Are we always going to be going in school, or is it going to end up being online?
Is this before or after zombies?
What? I think
During.
I think the trends continue to move towards online. I think the challenge now is that teachers are going to have to adjust whether or not the students have actually gained the knowledge that they've taught because of AI.
It's true. It's true.
They have to change. They have to adapt. Kind of like when calculators came out for math. It's like, well, this makes it easier, but are they actually learning if we let them use it? So I think they're going to have to adapt.
Is anybody at some point going to say, all right, technology and education are not matched up to where things we used to teach are now no longer relevant at all? Like, yeah, I get it, certain math, but we have so many tools out there. When do we stop teaching certain things, you know?
I think it turns into, I guess, teaching them how to use those resources that are out there.
I got another topic for you. Do you enjoy a good movie at home in your surround sound at the perfect movie? Or would you still prefer to go to the movie theater?
Fuck yeah. Movies. Huh? Go to the theater. Go to the bigger, the better. But it's got to be
Yeah.
the right movie, you know?
It's true.
Now I think a lot of people reserve that movie time for, is this going to meet what I expect to see in a movie? It's got to be not necessarily a big blockbuster, but I think that's what attracts you. You know, it doesn't have to be IMAX quality, but if it's going to be something like Deadpool and Wolverine, I was going to that for the whole experience of the people, the laughter, to see it firsthand right when it came out. And I knew the action was going to be pretty good, but then you see ones that are like Oppenheimer, a huge atomic bomb, all that shit, the effects to that, F1, the racing, that was all really good. Like, got to see this in the biggest screen and a lot as possible. But sometimes you want to be with that audience that can, you know, hey, I want to laugh together and this is going to be so funny.
Yeah, I remember I missed the opportunity to see was it Avengers Endgame. So I was deployed and I didn't get to have that reaction. But I saw all the videos on social media where people are like, yeah. And another big one that I'm sure you guys are thinking of that was huge audience react was a new way of bringing everything together when they did Spider-Man and they brought the three that was cool because they kept that pretty good under wraps and everybody
I was deployed for that one.
Yeah. But everybody really enjoyed that, and that was cool. I couldn't imagine seeing that, you know, by yourself. You're like, oh, it just wouldn't have felt the same for sure. Yeah. So I agree. Definitely movie.
Now there's so many streaming ones though. You're like, yeah, I was gonna go to the movies, but shit, it'll be out streaming in just a few weeks.
Yeah. I will say though, there's been some movies I went and I was like, man, I wasted my time coming all over here and sitting through this.
Used my movie theater time on this.
I know the last big one for me was F1. I did some searching, looking around, like what theaters get the best sound systems. I really wanted to be engulfed.
Yeah, they did a good job of that.
You know? Yeah, that was amazing. I got one. Ready?
We got.
Should children have smartphones?
I have, I guess, my theory on what I do or we do. Right now, society is built on that. So it becomes a certain age, which for my kids has been about 6th grade, middle school, to where they function so much. They're not just dependent on it almost by the time they get there because they see everybody else with them, but us as parents and tracking them and how they spend money and just schooling in general. I mean, everybody's got to have a phone for all kinds of things, just to function, you know? So, yeah, I do think it should, but there should be an age. And for us, it's like 6th grade.
So Australia did that where I think if you're under 16, you can't have social media anymore.
Really?
So that was a way to kind of limit the stuff because you're exposed to so much and you really are. I mean, it's chemically proven the reaction in your mind and your brain to those likes and the things that you see and shit.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You could have a phone, but it only had certain capabilities to a certain age. And that's that's crazy, huh? Like, here's your what do they call it? A little fly phone or whatever the heck they call that, or you couldn't do anything but really call. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So I saw this reel a couple days ago, and it was a kid that was on a mobile device, and he's in his bedroom, laying on his bed, and his dad comes in, opens the door, he's like, "All right, Billy, time for bed." And then he like goes to close the door, and then he stops. And he's like, "Oh, hey, you see that pile of porn over in the corner? I need you to stay away from that, okay, buddy? Don't go near that, all right?" And then he says, "Oh, you see that Russian guy sitting over there? Don't pay attention to him. He's just a hacker that wants to steal your password." "Oh, no, I'm no hacker. I'm Amazon customer service." But it's like trying to get through. Like this is what you're opening your kids up to. Like there's so many different things that I think it's okay for them to have it at a certain age, but you still gotta monitor it. You can't just give them free reign and say, here you go, have at it.
What do you guys think about the circus?
Used to be
It's
cool.
not the same. Not the same. They all got canceled. They all got Me Too'd. So you can't have the same animals you used to have where you had the tigers and everything. Was it Ringling Brothers, Barnum Bailey Circus? I think they all got pretty much.
They just got out of dancing poodles and other
much-
shit ones.
Too much ass grabbing in those clown cars.
Yeah, the circus used to mean like, oh my gosh, the circus is coming. It's gonna be a big deal. Now it's like set up in the local abandoned mall that you don't go to anyway. So it feels like, to me, it just feels like you're walking into a scam.
Yeah, the circus has been replaced by so many other things that you can go do, and usually has something to do with the smartphone in your pocket and what it can do. Why are you going to go somewhere and see something in person when you can see all these other cool things everybody else is doing? Yeah, so that's a good segue. So, how do you guys feel about influencers? Do they good impact? Do they provide a service? I'm sure you could say a bunch for each kind, but overall, how do you feel about influencers?
It really depends on the influencer and the message. There's definitely a lot of crap out there, but maybe say influencers in a broad term. You can do so much by YouTube now. If you can't figure something out, DIY, just ask questions in general. It's a good source of knowledge for all types of things. In the wrong hands or the wrong search, yeah, it can be pretty bad.
I like the ones that are providing a service for you now, even if it's entertainment as a service, but it's got some kind of substance to it. I can appreciate that. It doesn't have to be like, hey, I need to know how to tie a tie. Let me go to the dad advice one or something like that. But the ones that are just, they're influencers, like, what the hell are you actually doing to be an influencer? It's irritating because they do nothing except dumb shit and just exist. Like, that's not an influencer. You're just a train wreck people are watching and you provide nothing. So,
Yeah,
somehow, some way.
that's
You're
because it's a
still-
train wreck. People can't look away.
I mean, maybe the train wreck ones can be entertaining, but the ones that you're not even entertaining. You're just there. You're just like, holy shit, how do you keep getting followers and endorsements?
Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing
a
there.
certain look. They don't have to say much if they look a certain way.
Yeah. The hell's that supposed to mean?
Hey, what's better, Android or iPhone?
iPhone? Oh my gosh. Android equals your terrorist. Whoever's got them green bubbles popping up in your group chat is immediately out.
You're gone.
Throw your
Yeah.
phone in the garbage.
Nicholas, you dabbled in the other Android for a minute, didn't you?
Yeah, I screwed up once. Lasted about 2 weeks, went back. I was like, you
Really?
need to
Only 2
give me my
weeks?
money back.
Yeah.
Important thing is you learn from your mistake. I see those trying, but
Yeah. Nicholas turned me on to the iPhone. I wasn't a believer at first back in the day. He's like, you gotta get an iPhone.
you gotta try this thing.
But I really don't text. Why don't you go iPhone? Yeah.
I'd rather call somebody.
I like the thing like, what was it? Steve Jobs back in the day, inventing the next thing you didn't know you needed. Here we are. Everybody's got them. So I got one completely random.
Yeah.
What are we going to live on first, the moon or Mars?
I'd say the Mars is, once we get there, might have actual enough surface
Sustainability?
area to
Yeah.
live on. I don't know. The moon
It's pretty small, isn't
doesn't
it?
seem
The moon
like
pretty
it's.
small.
I mean, I don't think you can just run and fall off of it, but it seems like you're just kind of open and vulnerable. Mars, maybe you could build something that you could be like in a biosphere type stuff. Feels like the moon's not like that. I don't know, but I'm no
I
astronaut.
think since the moon's a place we've been, they're definitely going to give it a go. They're going to try to set up some camp or something there. So yeah, it'd be weird. I'd say 10 years from now, they'll be trying to set up
10
some type
years.
of sustained life on there.
That could be
Be
cool.
able to create anything sustainable for masses.
Like somebody's got to run back to Earth and take all this pile of shit with you. The moon's full of diapers and
No,
other shit.
they just push it out and it goes away.
Oh, it just takes care of itself, huh?
So we're getting older. I got one.
Well,
I'm
No.
not.
When do
get
you
on
want to retire, and what do you want to do when you retire?
When I grow up, I don't know. Probably just work till I die.
yeah, no, I'm
I
gonna
want to be a podcaster full time. No, I want to provide
you retire
welcome
already?
distractions.
So, well, I want to retire. I want to pay off my house. That's the plan. And then what I'm going to do is whatever I want to do. I would like to think it's, again, like what we talked about earlier, just planning for that next adventure and, spending time with family when we can and enjoying doing what we can while we're hopefully still got a good quality of life. Yeah. Sooner the better. 6 years.
When I turn 60, I don't want to work anymore. I just want to stay active, have fun, keep doing
Right.
stuff.
Still be snowboarding.
That's right. I'm gonna be that old guy going up the slopes.
Hey, look at that old guy. He's out here still doing it. Look at him.
What else?
Well, I got one for you, Nicholas. Do you prefer Disney or Universal? Huh?
I think it depends, but I would say mostly Universal.
Yeah, you're not one of those crazy Disney adults.
No.
I don't know how some people can go so much. It's just
There are some people I know that they go probably 6 to 10 times a year. You're like,
at
oh
least
my
there's some people
gosh.
that are out there like every other week. I don't get it.
Can't do
That
that.
shit gets so old, and the lines and the people, and
If and
it's
when we go,
definitely
I
different.
prefer Universal. It's got more
Yeah.
thrill-seeking, rides, for the older kids and adults.
Mhm.
But I do like to go to Epcot from time to time, like when they have the Food and Wine Festival. That's a fun one to go to. You walk around the world and get different drinks and foods from the different countries.
Now, do you get halfway around the world and you're like, where the hell did I park the car?
Yeah.
oh god, that's way back in
I don't
Australia.
remember going to Belize.
Right.
Usually halfway around, you just pass out. Wake up like in the back of a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Weird.
Real comfortable position.
I didn't know they had those at Disney, but they do.
Yeah, in Germany, Volkswagen.
Nine. I still remember Epcot from when we were young, and it was purely educational. You're like, why don't I go to Epcot? There's nothing there. So in my
Yes.
mind, that's what it still is.
Mm-hmm.
They got Tron and stuff there, right?
Now they got the best rides there. Well, Tron's at Magic Kingdom, but at Epcot they've got Guardians of the Galaxy. That's one of the best rides. That's a good one. I just got a crazy one. The world has been infested with rabid dogs with the intelligence of a 5-year-old. Where do you hole up to survive the apocalypse?
Your mom's house. She's got the biggest hole to get in.
Apocalypse. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. This is a good one. What do you think of tattoos, and do you have any?
Well, I've got a tramp stamp. I knew it. It's just
Hold
right
on, let me
above
break
my
it out.
asshole, and it says
Yeah.
"Do not enter." It's more of a warning for if I'm ever snuck up a butt.
Well, that's you got the cover up because it did say go deep before, right?
I'll
Go
let you
on.
know when you wait. What tricked me into saying that?
I was a deep thinker. I don't mind tattoos. I had a plan to get one once. Just hasn't worked out. One of these days.
I think it's come up in some episodes before. You could see I have a sleeve, and
Oh, yeah.
it's
Real sleeve, too.
I like it's the story of me, so it means something to me. It's not the younger generation now is just getting kind of random whatever pops into their mind, maybe even 10 seconds before they get the tattoo, and it's little bitty ones all over the place. So they will more than likely regret at least half of those by the time they're in their 30s. But for me, I got one that it means a whole bunch to me, and it's one sleeve all over my left arm. So for me, that's mine. So I obviously like tattoos, and it was a cover up because I had the early 2000s tribal on the left part of my arm, but that was not as cool as I thought it was then or
He has
later.
since denounced his tribal tattoo.
Yes. Well,
Struck it down.
we absolved the tribe.
I don't mind tattoos. I just don't know that I could ever find something that I would want that I wouldn't like change my
If
mind.
you're scared,
5
just
years down
say
the
it.
road. I'm afraid. No, I
Get
just
a picture of
I,
your dogs. All of them.
When you ever had stampede across your back?
Like-
Tattoo of all your cars on your back.
like your tattoo, Brett, is really creative, and I love the way it paints a picture of who you are. Right, I really like that. Like that's something that I could see myself getting, but
Yeah,
I
you
just
can't
don't.
do
I
it
just
now.
don't know what I would get, and I guess maybe
I'm
I've
gonna
never
get
put.
the exact copy of Brett's on my other arm.
And we're
Inverted.
But I just don't. Maybe I've just never thought about it enough. Maybe if I sat down and gave it some more thought, maybe I'd come up with some stuff that
Hey,
I'd like.
just throw it into AI.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Based on what you know about me, show me my sleeve tattoo. Okay.
There would definitely be a number 4 in there. Number 4, I've realized
April.
over my whole life has just been repetitive. So my birthday, I don't want to give away too much information. It shows up a lot in my social security number. I won't give that one out. But my birthday is
Go on.
4/4. Well, I've
What's
already
your
given too
mother's
much.
maiden name, by the way?
My phone
We were
number has
talking
4s
about
all
it.
in it. There's just 4s everywhere.
Dick's Forge.
No, and so I'll have to put an 8 in there as well then.
4 times 2. Oh, that's 4. Oh, hey, buddy. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more, maybe one more good random topic. Beep, boop, boop, boop.
We need
Let's drive this bad boy
we
home.
need the
Welcome to
music
Distraction.
from was it Whammies? We need that playing.
Press your luck. No whammies, no whammies. All right, let's see.
Stop.
Anything can happen. Are you ready?
That's right.
One whammy, you don't need any more.
Stop!
Stop at 25 and nine.
All right, how about we'll end with this one. Why don't we have flying cars now? I thought by now, when I was a kid, it was all the rage, and we were on the cusp of flying cars.
Yeah.
Back to the Future showed us that we were going to have it by 2015. It was going to be a thing. So, I mean, there were so many of them that clearly we would have had them by the early 2000s. But here it is. And we don't have any goddamn flying cars yet.
No.
And the ones I see out there are pretty shitty, and you're going to die if you try to ride in them.
Yeah. They're like flying lawnmowers. They're drones. That's really all they are.
Yeah.
I think we're a ways away from flying cars.
I don't see how we can get flying cars streamlined mainstream. All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of random topics we just threw together here on our random episode of the Welcome Distraction podcast with the Kemp Brothers. Go ahead and feel free to like and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and all the other socials.
Do it.
Find us. But until next time, I'm Brett.
I'm Chris.
Nick.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Welcome Distraction. Good night.